second.
Kick us off, man.
Are you showing your age?
Betway now.
You are showing your age.
Yeah, he wanted the young boys to come through.
Kick us off.
And I see that. First up, Benson, you know what? Just tell us about this project. It's 90,000. What is it all about? What you want to achieve?
Okay, I've run an innovation series, Post Legend Life. So it's a series or a show that ex-legend should inculcate and advise us on what to do when they are find us. I think we lack information for the young ones to do that. So I'm going to bring them back to share their experience. But not all of them get an opportunity to coaches or to be absorbed by the institution. But there is more they can do before they pass this end. So the program will allow them to share information to every learning sporting person or to the youngsters.
Okay, so like it will be like a television show.
It's television, it's theater. We're going to touch all the corners. Yes, so we will be in television and social media and also in the township arenas. Because there's a guy that stays in Motu, there's no television. We have to go there and see them in schools. We're going to go everywhere we can find a group of young talented people and just talk to them so that they can ask questions and we can advise properly.
This is going to be focused on football, sports.
On sports in general. If we go to Eastern Cape, we'll focus on cricket and those legends are the relevant people to talk about the sport, not me as a football.
Skipper, I just want to find out from you, please take us through the journey of you being part of the 12-man, Betway 12-man program.
At first, when I joined the 12-man Betway, I thought it was going to be normal school about budget, investment, how you start up a business. And actually, it was not that. It was more about being a human being first before business. Money doesn't come first. You are the business. You come first. You make yourself a business. The way you treat people is the way you're going to succeed. So it's just reminded that to say, you didn't achieve because you have money, but you achieved because you had heart to fight, you had heart to perform, and also had heart for our teammates. So actually, it revived me and reminded me who I am, which is I'm a person that loves to help another person. So I found myself. That's what it is.
And what does it say to you that companies like Betway go out of their way to kind of give the legends their flowers whilst they're still alive? Not only giving them their flowers, but empowering you in that same in the same way.
I wish I could explain it better. It's not about money. We thought maybe it's money. It's not money driven. But actually they enrich the spiritual part of a human being. So for them, just to come back and help us to find ourselves as human beings and make us understand the business world and make us understand we're the same brand as they are. They are Betway as a brand. We also stand on our own. You just have to find the right partners to work with you. Not everyone is suitable to work with you, but find the right partner, someone that resonates with you, who you are, and it will work. So they just taught us about how business works, which is who are you and which human being you want to work with. Are you in the same path in thinking? Are you in the same path in doing things? That's what this business is. So I'm happy that actually it just taught us what life is all about, which is be humble and be a good person. That's why I say you do good, good will come to you. You don't understand it, but now I do understand it.
And I mean, 90,000, you placed third in the overall competition, you won. What does 90,000 do towards your dream of having this
What's life?
With the legends? How does it help you in achieving what you want to do?
By tomorrow I can book a venue and start the program. That's what we can start.
And how did it feel to when you heard your name? Because I mean, you were the first person called up there to say that you were one of the winners.
It's not about money. It's about this thing is real. If there are people that can believe in it, it means it is possible. So it gave me hope and assurance that I have to continue.
Listen, like when you see you maybe going into the leadership of football in this country, you feel this is maybe something you could have been doing this.
It's not about me being in the leadership position. I'll be happy if each and every township is like a sports facility. And if leadership will give me the power to influence, to build those projects, I'll be happy to do that. But not specifically football part. We need sport in the communities to fight Nyaope, drugs, fight alcohol. We cannot fight alcohol by talking. We need to take the kids out of those taverns to a sporting field where they can grow.
Benson, congratulations once more for this initiative. Are we going to see you behind the touchline soon? Or it's something that you are itching to go back to, or you have other priorities?
Wherever I can impart knowledge and help people to grow, that's where we're going to find me. We won't find me on the touchline if the team doesn't give me that platform to make these young boys a human beings. Wherever I'm allowed to have these boys as human beings, I'll be there. So I don't know where the world will take me. Wherever I can impart knowledge, that's where we're going to find me.
Are you at the same time maybe strengthening your coaching knowledge with level coaching and CAF and all this stuff?
In real life, no one can teach anyone to play football. It's a God-given talent. You just have to guide it. So I don't have to enhance my coaching. Mine, I must be given the opportunity to do what I want. The passer comes from me. Yusuf must come from me. When we coach left back of Makezi, come from me, we stay together in Pumalang with that Salah. There's many boys I can point at and mentor, so I know what I can do for these boys. It's not about me being a touchdown and taking a colleague. I just need a platform to engage with these young ones to be better people tomorrow. I don't know which the platform is that, but whatever platform I can get to do that, I'll be there. So anywhere where I'm given a chance, that's where you find me. If they give me a chance in football, it's fine.
Betway happens to also sponsor the Premier Soccer League now. It's in its first edition. Have you been watching the Premiership, and what is your thoughts on the Premiership?
I watch football now. I have to watch football, I understand it. I do watch it. And it's interesting.
Yes, we've seen Pirates get off to a flying start, unbeaten in the early stages. What did you make of their start?
For me, it's not about now. For me, it's to see them finishing and winning something. I cannot talk until they do it. They have to prove it first.
Thank you.
We can just thank you. So when you say you do more, one, we're going to have a 3.0, and what more Betway in this place?
So I think the second series, Betway 12 Man Initiative, has just been an unbelievable success. I think we really took the key learnings from season one and we built on them. I think unbelievable group of people. This program and the benefits of the output of this program is really down to the people in the room. Their willingness to be vulnerable, their willingness to learn, their willingness to be open to changing their mindset on their own successes and their own journey. So absolutely, we would love to do a 3.0. I can't say when it's going to be. I don't think we're anywhere near finished with this group of people. We're certainly going to be staying in touch. We're certainly going to be helping them take the journey that they've started. Over the last 2 months with us. It's been a privilege to be involved with them, and I think this really is just the beginning of a real impact they can have in their own spaces and their own worlds as they take the journey.
And what else? When you just tap into the women's world of sport, there's not enough happening in that field. Betway, looking to get into that, and you can give us some specifics of what you do.
I think women's sport is extremely topical at the moment and is obviously on the up. It's absolutely an avenue we're looking at. I think it's such an interesting space because the world of sponsorship, classical, traditional sponsorship in South Africa has always been very male dominated. So I think there's a lot of maturity to come in the women's sport from a rights holder perspective on one hand. But off the back of this program, when you meet and spend time with some of the inspirational ladies that are involved in South African sports and have really created their own brands and become such heroines of South Africa, I think their stories need to be told better. That's something we certainly plan on doing for these ladies and
Mark, please take us through the process of bringing all the individuals together. I mean, how do you pinpoint them to be actually part of the program?
It's a critical part of the success of this program is really finding the right people and bringing them together. Making sure that the chemistry in the room works is a massive challenge. I think Ashley and the team from Forwards play a huge role there. We start with a much longer list than you see today, but we certainly wanted to expand it this time around to other sports. And funnily enough, the characters pretty much self-selected themselves. Like, I think the right type of people who were interested and really committed to the program and the benefits they could get out of the program really put their hands up from the start. So it is very much on a one-to-one basis to begin with, to make sure we've got the right recipe. But then from there, we couldn't have scripted what happened from there and the friendships that emerged and the real kind of community that builds within the team.
How important is it for a company like Betway to plow back, to give back to individuals? Usually corporates are seen as takers, but you guys have really put up your hand and shown that you are givers.
It's critical for us as a brand. We've always wanted to be putting back in a realistic and a meaningful way into the communities in which we operate. And the reality is our sector is big and it's booming, and with that come wonderful deals like some of the sponsorships we've done. But I think a lot of those are for brand awareness and for kind of supporting sport at a holistic level. But some of the heroes that emerge out of sport, they need as much support as the sport itself. So yeah, we really take a lot of pride in this initiative. It's really important to us, and it's certainly something we're going to be continuing.
What are some of the standouts for you this season that you could really share?
I think the standouts were really the confidence this course instilled in almost every, or actually I will say in every single one of the participants. Every single one of them spoke today in our Betway Innovation Series, which was the first time we've done it. Essentially it was set up like a Shark Tank, where every individual had to come in and present to 3 key business people an idea of what their vision is. The confidence in the room, the ability in the room, the use of the knowledge that they'd garnered from this course was just unbelievable to see, and it really made me proud that Betway is involved in something like this. And I think it'll equip all of them to go on and really use what they've learned here. Confidence is so critical to be able to walk into that room, to set up that meeting, to find that sponsor, to coach that first kid, whatever it might be that their plans revolve around. I think the confidence that they brought to each other and that the course brought to them will really stand out for me. I would absolutely say this season's been a huge success. I'd like you to chat to the participants more than hearing that from me, because I think from a brand perspective, we love being involved in these sorts of initiatives, but I really do believe every single one of them would say they're taking away a lot, they've learned a lot, and a lot of them have reinvigorated their own personal journey, their own personal purpose, and their own personal brands. They now know that their stories are important, and that they can still be really using their story to make a difference.
And Mark, looking at the top 3, in terms of their businesses, with what you have rewarded them in terms of the prize money, the importance of Betway, ushering them and giving them that kickstart in making sure that they progress moving forward.
Funding is obviously important in anything. We're really trying to get a business or an initiative off the ground. The seeds funding that we put into the top 3 tonight, we think will make a meaningful difference. That being said, I think probably in a more meaningful way, we've said to every single one of the participants on a personal basis, we are here, we are going to be helping them all with their own journeys. Every single one of the ideas that came out today was meaningful, and we really want to try and make sure that there are 12 ideas that progress from here, not just the 3. We had to have winners, like any good competition. I said it in my speech, we're a competitive country, and I think the top 3 were very deserving, and what they put together was the best packaged. But ourselves, the Forward Zone team, a lot of the speakers we had throughout the course are all committed to trying to help every single one of them on really moving forward in their own journey.
And
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'll be the last one. Fine.
I'm saying, okay, I was about to say, I mean, looking at the 12th man, I mean, we know in football or in sporting codes, the 12th man gets to be the supporters, but in this case, you are the 12th man, and we've got, I mean, the different personalities from different sporting codes. Would you fully say that you are resembling the 12th man tag?
That's the idea behind the name, is that Betway plays the role of the 12th man. We want to be the supporters, we want to support great South African sports people. There are a huge amount out there, and I think we probably undervalue them. And that transition, a few of the participants mentioned, that transition from being a professional to suddenly retiring one day, what next? Some people have a plan, a lot of people don't. And I think there's a lot of work to be done on both sides of that coin. One is programs like this that help with that transition and really help set up what they're going to do and how they're going to impact South Africa in the future. The other work to be done is certainly while people are still in their professional careers, what can be done? That's something we're working on. I think it's equally as important, and certainly the end goal is really to just try and create a safer and more sustainable ecosystem within the South African sporting environment.
You'll forgive me, but away from the 12th man, but still in Betway, how likely are we going to see the Betway Premiership title? Update on that one. The
Your question,
the Betway Premiership title.
The trophy.
How far are we? The trophy.
The trophy?
Yes.
You're going to have to watch this space.
No, we watched the space already.
Been watching this space.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm afraid there's going to be certainly some content coming out very soon. So that's all I can say for now on the trophy. It is absolutely a critical element of the Betway Premiership. It's not to say we haven't been doing anything behind the scenes, but there'll be an announcement very soon on the journey that we're on with the Betway Premiership Trophy. I do think, what I can say, I've said it before, it's certainly something that we want to create a Premiership trophy that lives beyond Betway, and that's going to be a critical part of the journey. I believe the South African football landscape deserves a trophy of its own that it can really celebrate regardless of the sponsor. So it's something that will have a legacy of its own beyond the years that Betway is involved.
And not just that, I'm sure even now you get a lot of people can have a number, can have a number. What does Betway look for looking at all these people coming to you to sponsorship? What can you tell somebody who's going to come into
Look, I've referenced it before. I think there's sponsorships, and then there's very different proposals that really have a deeper meaning and the ability to impact people. And that's certainly something we want to be doing. Like I say, we're a brand that likes to give back. We want to be giving back to the communities in which we operate. The sporting sphere is an obvious space for us to do that, being a sports betting brand. So I think community projects that are revolving around sport, we can't be involved in everything. So unfortunately, as much as there's good days in my job, unfortunately I also have to say thank you, but no thank you a lot of the time. But that being said, I think anything that's really meaningful we'll absolutely consider as part of the Betway family and Betway portfolio.
Thank you so much.
Super. Thank you so much.
Everybody.
Appreciate it.